Hello and welcome to another video for Minus Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at something very old and something very rare indeed. We are looking at the 1950s release. Now I believe these were by Waddington's with permission from the Eagle comic. And this is a series of Dan Dare jigsaw puzzles. Now each of these puzzles were 200 pieces with fully interlocking jigsaw pieces, and there was 4 different jigsaw puzzles in the series. And this particular one we are looking at today is Dan Dare and his friends on Mercury, and this is the box that it comes in. So it says Dan Dare, and you've got Jigsaw as though it's coming out of a of the exhaust from a rocket. And it says by permission of Eagle, and it's a puzzle. Size 13 3/4 inches by 9 3/4 inches. Over 200 pieces it says. And it says Dan Dare and his friends on Mercury. And that's the actual image of the jigsaw puzzle. And there's an image of Dan Dare and his co-pilot. Okay, that is the front of the box. Now most of these boxes, so back in the 1950s and 60s and 70s, a lot of the boxes were just plain on the back. And this one is no exception. It's just plain, as you can see. But on the side of the box, it does say Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzle, and again you've got the jigsaw puzzle shooting out the plume of the rocket, and pretty much the same again on the sides. Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzle and the rocket with the plume, and just so much the same on the top and the same on the other end. Okay, so that is the box. Now I'm gonna open the box and let's have a look at the contents inside. Okay, so I've opened the box and we've got all the parts contained inside this Ziploc bag, obviously to keep it from breaking or what have you. But let's empty them out into the box. And there you can see, let's just move that bag. There you can see all the pieces, and they are in fantastic condition. I mean, those 2 pieces are still attached, but you can see that they are in great condition. They are obviously cardboard. They're not great thick card, but they are a nice size cardboard. And obviously the pieces do slot together quite nicely. Now, interesting with this one is that even though you've got a straight edge here, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's an edge piece. Because these particular jigsaw puzzles, they had straight pieces inside the puzzle, so it does make it a little bit more difficult or more complicated to put together. But it says a total of over 200 pieces. I think there's about 206 or 207 pieces that completes the jigsaw. And then, as I say, as you can see, the quality is excellent. The condition is absolutely superb. And for something that we're talking about is now 70 odd years old, it is in amazing condition. Obviously, those of you that don't know, Dan Dare was one of the main characters from the Eagle comic, and he was a space pilot from the future. And he traveled around the universe, saving the galaxy and the universe from threats. Okay, so that is about all I can tell you. There's a nice corner piece there. That's about all I can tell you of this jigsaw puzzle. But I have made the jigsaw puzzle, so I do know it is 100% complete. And the condition, obviously you can see the condition of the individual components, but the condition when it's done, it is absolutely fantastic. Now, keep watching till the end of the video, and I will upload a photograph of the image, of the finished image of the jigsaw puzzle, so you can see it in all its glory. But other than that, there's not a lot else I can tell you about these, apart from, obviously, they're all fully interlocking jigsaw pieces, and they slot together, hold together very nicely, and they create this picture at the bottom there, which says Dan Dare and his friends on Mercury. Okay, how well did these jigsaw puzzles do? Well, for those of you that was around in the 1950s, you will remember that your favourite television programmes or your favourite comic book heroes or what have you was only available. You had your weekly comics, well, certainly with Dan Dare because he was on a weekly comic. But you have to wait a week to see it. The next episode would come out a week later. Even the TV series, there was no reruns, no videos, no internet. You couldn't stream. You couldn't do anything like what you can do nowadays. It literally was nothing. To relive your favorite characters and storylines and adventures was by doing things like jigsaw puzzles, coloring books, activity books. So reading the comics, the annuals. That was how we used to live back in the 1950s. You couldn't watch your programs over and over again like you can do these days. You couldn't stream. You literally had to wait for your television programs to come on air. And again with the comics, it was literally you wait for a whole week for your next comic to come out, or fortnightly, depending on how often your comics were. Obviously the beauty with the comics is that you could read it and go back and read it again. But obviously television shows, you couldn't do that. So things like jigsaw puzzles, activity books, colouring books, toys, games were huge back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and to some extent the 80s. And even the early 90s, to be perfectly honest with you, until obviously the nation was gripped with computers and the internet and so on. So yeah, they done very, very well. They were very popular back, well, really right up to 1990s. The jigsaw puzzles were huge, absolutely huge. It was a massive, massive part of every kid's childhood. Even adults, it was a big thing. Jigsaw puzzles, and obviously they're still quite a big market, but it's nowhere near like it used to be. Anyway, trying to find these particular jigsaw puzzles now. These ones from the 1950s, so you're talking over 70 odd years old, is incredibly difficult, especially 100% complete and in a fantastic condition box as this one is. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It takes you straight to the website, and you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Dan Dare items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that, as over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.